Baugruppen- und Modulfertigung GmbH in Glauchau, known as BMG, is a systems partner for the automobile industry. It focuses on providing full-service logistics for VW Saxony. This includes storage, transportation using special trucks with conveyor floor equipment, and picking services for work on the assembly line. The picking process involves pre-sorting the components into the relative racks so that they are available for assembly in the correct order. This creates huge savings in space and time for VW Saxony. BMG's business not only covers logistics services, but also assembly work for automobile manufacturers and suppliers.
BMG
is a beacon project for future developments in logistics, because we have managed to combine value-added services and logistics. BMG is not just providing logistics services for one customer, VW Saxony. It assembles rear axles and also fuel tanks for various customers. And the share of this value-added work already accounts for 40% of turnover and employment. BMG represents a new trend for us, a greater integration of value-added services in logistics. The Assembly Business Division also includes manufacturing rear axles for VW Braunschweig and fuel tanks for Visteon. Visteon provides the plant engineering for the assembly work on the fuel tanks for the new VW Passat, and BMG handles the rest. Fuel tanks using the thermodynamic twin-sheet process have now been made in Glauchau for 3 years. In order to remain competitive, the 730-member company has been forced to optimize its working processes permanently. BMG has been using MTM for this since 1998. We use MTM for pricing purposes, for our price calculations, as our customer also uses MTM. This makes communications with our customer much easier. We also use MTM for planning internal personnel requirements. Some 90% of the logistics jobs at BMG are planned using MTM. All the employees sitting on a forklift truck, carrying out assembly or sequencing work, have been assessed with MTM. Process optimization is only one part of the new Schnellecke corporate strategy entitled Wir. Dr. Werner Oller, Matthias Keil, and Dr. Peggy Neser presented this strategy jointly at a symposium entitled Strategies for Greater Productivity, Making Systematic Changes in Chemnitz on the 22nd of November. Dr. Oller had this to say.
As
well as the 3 targets, growth, innovation and profitability, we want to network particular factors. Networking, for example, involves production and logistics, and BMG is an example of this. The Wir project also means creating a new communications platform so that we can involve employees in the further development of the company to a greater degree. This applies to all our business centers, including BMG. The symposium was organized by the Institute of Industrial Management and Factory Systems at Chemnitz University of Technology and the German MTM Association in Hamburg. A project leader from a company and one of the science staff at the university jointly presented current projects and some that have already been completed.
Ich bin sehr zufrieden, wenn ich das so sagen darf, denn wie gesagt, es ist ja ein Novum.
I'm very happy, if I may say so, for we have achieved a first in holding an event with joint presentations, combining input from a company and the world of science. We had a great deal of response, and I believe that having about 100 participants at the first event of this kind is a very respectable figure. The event was a success and hit the nail on the head for most of the participants, with its emphasis on business and science.
Das Kernanliegen ist, deutlich zu machen, dass die Zusammenarbeit zwischen Wissenschaft
The main issue was to demonstrate that cooperation between science and everyday practice can produce growth in company efficiency levels and productivity. Then companies will also be able to develop more all-embracing approaches. The organizers are playing an active role in boosting the university in Chemnitz with their research and holding events like this symposium.